All right, so OpenAI just made a huge move, but it's not what you think. It's not about a flashy new model or some crazy research paper. Nope. This is about how they build things. They've just bought a company called Statsig, and honestly, this one move could completely change the speed at which AI evolves. So let's get into what this is really all about.
So the basic news is simple. September 2nd, 2025, OpenAI announces they're acquiring Statsig. Now, you and I both know that in the world of big tech, acquisitions happen all the time. They're practically a dime a dozen. So why is this one worth talking about? What makes it so different?
Well, it's because this isn't just about OpenAI buying some cool new tech. It's about them buying a whole new philosophy for building products. This signals a fundamental shift in how they plan to take all that incredible research and turn it into the tools that you and I use every single day.
To really understand this deal, you have to look at the person who's right at the center of it. Because with this acquisition, a brand new leader is taking over a super important division at OpenAI.
Okay, so this is Vijaye Raji. And yeah, he founded Statsig, which is a huge deal. But look at that resume. A whole decade at Meta. That is so key. This isn't some academic researcher living in a lab. He's a product guy through and through. He knows how to build and scale apps for literally billions of people. And now, as the new CTO of Applications, his job is to bring that product-first thinking directly to giants like ChatGPT and Codex.
So that's the who. But the what is just as important, if not more so. What exactly is Statsig, and why is everyone calling it OpenAI's new secret weapon?
To put it simply, Statsig is a beast of a platform for experimentation. It lets companies test out new ideas, actually measure the impact with real data, and then make smart calls about what to build next. You can almost think of it like a high-tech science lab, but for product development.
And the core idea here, the thing that makes it all tick, is A/B testing. It's brilliant. Instead of a bunch of executives in a boardroom guessing what you want, you just let the users decide with their actions. Got a new idea? Awesome. Build 2 versions of it, show them to 2 different groups of people, and let the data tell you which one actually works better. It sounds simple, but it's what separates the good products from the truly great ones.
So this is basically the playbook. First, you build the new thing. Then you test it out. But, and this is important, not on everyone. You release it to a small group just to see what happens, minimize any risk. And this is where the magic is. You measure everything. Do people use it more? Do they like it? The data gives you the real answer. And only then, once you have hard proof, do you ship the best version to everybody. No more guesswork.
And the whole point of all this? It's all about speed. It's about creating this super tight feedback loop with your users. You can test ideas, learn from them, and make decisions based on actual data in, like, days instead of months. And the end result? It's simple. You build better products, and you build them a whole lot faster.
Okay, so a faster, more data-driven OpenAI. That sounds cool for them. But what does that actually mean for us? You know, the people who are using things like ChatGPT every day. How is this actually going to change our experience?
Right, so here's a really crucial piece of the puzzle that came from OpenAI's announcement. They were already using Statsig. They were already a customer. So they've already been using this tool to ship and learn quickly. By buying the whole company and bringing all that expertise inside, they're basically strapping a rocket engine to their development cycle. They're putting it into hyperdrive.
OpenAI's CEO of Applications, Fidji Simo, said it perfectly. She said that Raji's leadership is going to help turn their research into safe applications that allow developers to build faster. Just listen to those keywords: safe, faster, build. This is all about taking that world-class research and turning it into practical tools that get better and better and better.
This chart really paints the picture, doesn't it? The old way of doing things meant slower updates, much higher risk with each release, and honestly, not a lot of user feedback. The new philosophy is the total opposite. We're talking constant, rapid experiments, all driven by data, which leads to products that feel like they're actually listening and evolving with us in real time.
So what happens now? You've got these 2 absolute powerhouses joining forces. What does the road ahead actually look like?
Okay, let's get into the immediate nitty-gritty. The whole Statsig team, they're now OpenAI employees. But if you're an existing Statsig customer, don't panic. The platform is going to keep running on its own for now. OpenAI is saying they're going to take a measured approach to how they blend everything together. And of course, this whole deal has to get the green light from regulators.
You know, Vijaye Raji himself said this whole thing is really just a continuation of his life's mission to help teams ship better software every day. He's not changing his goal at all. He's just bringing that laser focus to arguably the most important AI company on the entire planet.
And that really brings us to the big final question, doesn't it? This acquisition is about so much more than just one company. It's about hitting the accelerator on the pace of AI development itself. So I'll leave you with this to think about. If AI companies can now test, prove, and ship these game-changing ideas almost instantly, just how quickly is our world about to change?